Hi guys, I'm actually sorry, I'm actually going to take the help of some notes. I've been part of the crypto industry for the last 8-10 years, but this is actually the first time I'm going to be talking about the product that we have built and the work that I'm actually doing. All this time I've been talking about just why crypto is changing the world and the legal implications about it. Okay, so what we have built over here is an identity solution, and it's a privacy preserving multi-chain using zero knowledge proof identity protocol called GLYPH. And why we built this solution is because of the 3 F's. F's can mean a lot of things, but the F's are also effing the Web3 space. And so it's fragmentation and fraud and friction. Very quickly, we have around 250-300 million active wallets in this space, but only 10 to 15% of those are actual users like you and me in this space. Out of those 10-15% that are actual users like you and me, 62% of them have more than one wallet. So that's what we mean by fragmentation. And then we have the problem of fraud. What do I mean by that? An average of like almost 48 to 50% of all the money that projects, people building in this space, gets wasted on bots and bot farming. And so there's a lot of leakage and wastage and Sybil attacks that money gets wasted on. So we decided to go from this chaos to cohesion. Now what do I mean by that? Really quickly, there's a lot on this slide. But think of like login with Google or like login with Facebook. So what the unified ID is, it's as simple as that, but it's way smarter and it's very private. So when you log in with Google, your credentials are owned by Google. When you log in with unified ID, that unified ID credentials are owned and controlled by you. When you log in with Google, Google has sort of aggregated your data across all the websites and applications you've used all over the internet. Logging in with your unified ID does exactly the same. It has aggregated all your wallets across all the blockchains, all the attributes that your wallets are holding across all those different blockchains under one unified ID contract, under one smart contract sitting on chain. And you own and control that. So it's a private identity graph sitting off chain. It's user owned and user controlled. And someone has to do the linking. Someone has to verify. It has to be verifiable. I can say I'm the CEO of Microsoft, or I can say that I own Satoshi's wallet. That's my wallet. Someone has to verify that I own and control a wallet. That is the job of the relayer network or the relayer marketplace in the center. It's a decentralized, off-chain relayer network that uses zero knowledge proof to verify that Shikha, holding this user ID, owns and controls a bunch of wallets on the Ethereum blockchain, on Solana, on Bitcoin, and on Base. And it puts it all together, and therefore it gives me a user persona. So now, every time I go to Compound, Aave, or any other business that any one of us may build on the blockchain, that business knows exactly who they are interacting with. And let me just go. Then what we have turned that identity, that unified identity, now suddenly turns into a growth engine for businesses building in the blockchain space. So that business is now no longer interacting with a wallet. It's interacting with a user persona. Because now I know that am I interacting with a bot? I don't want to do that. Am I interacting with a high value user, with a whale, or with a gamer, with a newbie, with someone that's just entered the crypto space, with someone that's holding a Bored Ape or not? It's like, if I'm flying first class, or is this am I used to flying first class, or am I flying cargo? I want to be treated differently, otherwise I'll switch to another airline. It's the same thing that SH3 lets projects in the Web3 space do, and hence it lets you engage and retain. And it solves the problem of high churn and low retention, which is stopping Web3 projects from monetization, which is why today most of the industry is only getting subsidized by investor money. And there's just high burn. How many projects are actually revenue generating? It's because there's growth, but there's not profitable growth, and there's not sustainable growth. So SH3 is solving that. And to make all this possible, of course, we have to have a very robust incentive program. So we all know what the industry needs, but we also have a mechanism that drives human behavior. For the relayer marketplace, or for the relayers to do their job, to link the identities cross-chain, to run zero-knowledge proofs on it, and to do this in a decentralized manner. If we don't want Google and Facebook to do it, and if we want you and me to do it, if we want a decentralized network, so we need GLYPH tokens for that. And if we want you and me to go and attest all the 5 wallets that we are holding under a unified ID that I own and control, I need this to be fun. I need this to be rewarding. And for humans, what drives my personal behavior, not business behavior, is loot boxes, is raffles. So GLYPH tokens can be redeemed for really awesome loot boxes and raffle prizes that will drive human personal behavior, and business behavior will be driven by the token economy that will keep the relayer network honest, because it's the trust infra.